Part 1. I wanted to travel. Hello, my name is Robinson Crusoe, and this is the story of my life. I was born in the city of York, in England, in the year 1632. My father was a good man. He wanted a quiet life for me. "Stay home," he said. "You can work in an office or a shop. You will be safe." My mother agreed with him. They loved me, but they didn't understand me. I didn't want a quiet life. I didn't want to stay in one place. My heart was full of dreams. I wanted to see the sea, to visit new lands, to have adventures. One day, when I was about 19 years old, I made a big decision. I left home without telling my parents. I felt a little bad, but I was excited. I went to a town near the sea. There, I saw many ships and sailors. Everything was new to me. The smell of salt, the sound of seagulls, the waves hitting the docks. I met a young captain who was going to London. "Can I come with you?" I asked. He smiled. "It's not an easy life," he said. "I don't want easy," I said. "I want the sea." Part 2. My first voyage. The captain let me join his ship. I was very happy. We left early in the morning. The sky was blue, and the sea was calm. I felt free. I stood on the deck, watching the water. It was like a dream. But the dream didn't last. After 2 days at sea, a big storm came. The sky turned dark. The wind screamed. The waves were like walls of water. The ship moved up and down, side to side. I fell to the floor many times. I was very afraid. I said, "God, if I live, I will go home and never travel again." I thought we would all die. But the storm stopped. The sea became calm again. We were all alive, but the ship was damaged. We reached land and fixed the ship. The captain said, "You were lucky. Many men die in their first storm." I nodded. "Yes, I will go home." But I didn't go home. As soon as I saw another ship going to Africa, I forgot my promise. I wanted to travel again. I joined the ship as a helper. I worked hard, and the captain liked me. We sold goods in Africa and made good money. I felt proud. "This is my life," I said. Adventure, travel, freedom. But I didn't know that a much bigger storm was waiting for me in the future. Part 3. Captured and escaped. On my second big trip, we sailed again to Africa. But this time, we were not lucky. A ship came near us. It was not a friendly ship. It was a pirate ship from Morocco. The pirates took our ship. They took everything. They made me a prisoner. They brought me to a city and gave me to their captain. He made me work as a servant. I cleaned, I cooked, I fished. I was a prisoner for 2 years. I was not beaten, but I had no freedom. One day, the captain sent me out to sea with 2 other men. We went to catch fish, but I had a plan. When we were far from land, I took the gun and said, "This boat is mine now. If you help me, you can live." One man was afraid. He agreed to help. We sailed south along the coast. We had little food and water, but I was free again. After many days, we saw a Portuguese ship. They saw our small boat and came near. I told them my story. They helped me. They took me to Brazil. Part 4. A new life in Brazil. In Brazil, I started a new life. The people were kind and the land was rich. I worked hard and bought a small farm. I grew sugarcane and tobacco. The farm did well. In time, I had workers, tools, and a little money. But I wanted more. Some farmers said, "Let's go to Africa. Let's bring back more workers." I said yes. I forgot my past troubles. I forgot the pirates, the storm, and my promises. So I went to sea again. This trip changed my life forever. We were about 15 days from land when the storm came. It was worse than anything I had seen before. Our ship hit something. Maybe rocks, maybe a reef. The water rushed in. The ship broke apart. People screamed. Some jumped into the sea. Some prayed. I jumped too. The sea threw me again and again. I couldn't swim well, but I fought. Finally, I felt sand under my feet. I stood up and looked back. The ship was gone. I looked around. There was no house, no road, no people. Just trees, birds, and the sound of the waves. I was alone, the only man alive. Part 5. Alone on the island. At first, I was scared and confused. The island was beautiful but wild. There was food, fruits, nuts, and animals, but I had no tools to catch or cook them. I found some wood and made a small shelter. I took clothes and tools from the broken ship. I made a fire to keep warm and cook food. Days passed. I felt very lonely. No people, no friends, no family, only the sea and the birds. I tried to keep busy. I made a calendar by cutting lines into a piece of wood. Each day, I marked a line to count time. I prayed and read my Bible. I told myself, you must be strong, you must survive. Slowly, I learned to live on the island. I caught goats for food. I planted some seeds from the fruit. I made tools from stones and wood. But deep inside, I missed people. I wanted a friend. Part 6. A Friend and Danger. One day, while walking on the beach, I saw something strange, a footprint in the sand. It was not my foot. It was the foot of another man. I was very afraid. Who is here? I asked myself. Is he friend or enemy? I made my home stronger. I built walls and traps. I made weapons from wood and stones. For many days I watched the island carefully. I saw smoke from a fire far away. I climbed a hill and looked through my spyglass. I saw people. They were cannibals. They came to the island to cook and eat other people. I was shocked and scared. I hid from them, watching carefully. One day the cannibals had a prisoner, a young man tied up. I saved him. He was scared but grateful. I named him Friday because I found him on a Friday. Friday became my friend and helper. Part 7. Life with Friday. Friday was strong and clever. He learned English quickly, and I taught him many things. We talked and shared stories. Friday told me about his people and the dangers of the island. He was brave and kind. I was happy to have a friend. Together, we hunted goats and made better tools. We built a bigger house with walls and a door. Now I felt safer. But the island was not always peaceful. One day, some bad men came from a ship. They wanted to take over the island. Friday and I made a plan. At night, we surprised the men and fought them. We won, and the bad men left. After many years alone, I was not alone anymore. I was happy to have Friday by my side. Part 8. Rescue and Return Home. One day, while watching the sea, I saw a ship far away. It was the first ship I had seen in many years. The ship came close to the island. I used a fire to send smoke signals. The ship's men saw the smoke and came to the island. The captain of the ship told me that he was glad to find me alive. He said, "You are a brave man. You survived alone for many years." Friday and I helped the ship's crew. They told me about the world outside, cities, people, and families. The captain said he could take me home to England. After 28 years on the island, I was ready to leave. I was not young, but my heart was full of hope. The ship sailed toward England. I looked at the island one last time. It was my home, my school, and my friend. Part 9. Lessons from my adventure. Now I am home in England. I am older and wiser. My life has changed forever. I learned many things on the island. How to be strong when you are alone. How to hope even in hard times. How to work hard and never give up. I learned that friends are very important. Friday saved my life, and I saved his. My story is not just about adventure. It is about courage, faith, and friendship. Thank you for listening to my story. I am Robinson Crusoe, and this is my life.